Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Dani and today it's time for my December M&M's TBR. I'm really excited about this TBR because first of all, it's Christmas, so I really want to pick some very comforting books to read and some books that I've been wanting to finish by the end of this year and I haven't been able to yet. But also December is my birthday month, so by the time you're seeing this video, it's probably almost or exactly a week until my birthday, and I took the day off work, so I'm going to just spend the day reading. We'll see if the M&Ms are going to pick something that I want to read on my birthday, but also I received 2 packages already and I'm really excited. I'm going to open them on my birthday, so if there's something there that I'd rather spend my birthday reading, we'll go with that. But we'll still have the M&Ms TBR as well. Before we take a look at how I did in November, I want to thank you this video's sponsor, which is Likewise. So Likewise is an app that you can get recommendations for books, but also TV shows, movies, and even podcasts. But talking specifically about books here, a few things that you can do in the app is that when you just finish a book, you can go in and just say that you read it, that you liked it, and the app will give you recommendations based on the book that you just finished. But you also can ask other readers in the app, which is one really cool feature, and you can just ask something about it. So for example, you just read a book that you really enjoyed the writing style or you enjoyed the character work in it, and you can ask for something that is specifically like that. So you can put a question there in the app for other readers to give you recommendations based on a specific aspect of the book that you liked, and that's also a great way to just connect with other readers as well. So when you first open the app, it gives you a list of genres that you can say which genres you prefer, which ones you like, and then it gives you a list of books or movies and you can pick which ones you liked. So the app is going to be more tailored to you and will be able to give you more customized, personalized suggestions and recommendations based on the things that you have already liked. There are also groups that you can join in the app and it will give you a more curated discussion about a specific topic. So for example, you can go on sci-fi or fantasy or just whatever genre or topics that you like to read about or watch in movies and TV shows. And there's like a forum there that you can ask people about it and share things about things that you're enjoying as well. So this is definitely an app that I would suggest, that I would recommend to you. And there is a link in the description, the top of my description. The app is completely free, so you can just click the link, download it, and see what you think. But I'm sure you're going to find things that you enjoy there as well. And when you download the app, please remember to use my link for that. You can follow me there so we can see each other's recommendations and see what we're reading. So again, thank you Likewise for sponsoring this video. I'm so excited about this. But let's get into December TBR. If this is the first M&M's TBR that you're watching from me, this is a TBR game that I play every month to pick the books that I'm going to read on the following month. I usually pick 5 books. For each book, there are 2 M&M's. The first M&M goes on the top, the second goes on the side, and whatever prompt I get, I have to fulfill it. If I read all the books in a month, I get a reward. If I don't read all the books in a month, I get a challenge. That are the purple prompts that are added here on the board. So these were the books that I picked in November for my November TBR. Let's see if I remember what they were for. So Never Saw Me Coming was for an adult book, I think. Vagabond was for a translated. Keeper of the Lost Cities was for 4+ words in the title. Cinders and Sparrows was for Outcrate, and Starsight was for YA. I think that was it. And here's the thing, I did not finish it yet, but if you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, and you should totally do that, the link is in the description, you know that I have really been trying really hard to finish this by the end of the month. So I did read Starsight, and I read Cinders and Sparrows by now, and I'm in the middle of Keeper of the Lost Cities and I'm loving it, so I'm definitely going to finish before the end of the month. I read the first of the 3 volumes that are included in the Vagabond manga, and I read the first 50 pages of Never Saw Me Coming. So I technically started everything, and I do think that I'm going to be able to finish by the end of the month, and I'm really trying really hard for that. So considering that, and considering that it's Christmas and my birthday, I think I should get a reward. So here's the thing, I have no idea, 0 idea where my rewards bag is. I really don't know where to put it. So I'm going to create a reward right here, and that's going to be it. So what I'm going to do for this month is that I'm going to pick 6 books, but I'm going to read only 5. So I'm going to have 1 extra so I can mood read a little bit during the month. I think that's a really cool idea, and I'm really glad for this reward for this month. The only book that I for sure have to add to the CBR is Cytonic by Brandon Sanderson, because that's the buddy read on Discord. If you're not on Discord, join us in the description. We always buddy read a book in the month. So that's the December book, so I have to add it here. So I think we can finally start. I have my Hobbit bag here with all the prompts. So let's pick one to replace the one from last month. Adult. I literally picked this last month. Okay, so let's start. The first M&M for the first book is orange. I just realized that I used to have the board on my left, and I don't know how I like it having on my right, because then I have to move the things with my left hand, because this would be weird, but we'll make it work. The second M&M for the first book is yellow. We got M&M color. What this means is that I'm going to pick an M&M, and then I have to pick a book that matches, that the cover of the book matches the color of the M&M that I picked. I love this prompt, it's really fun, but it doesn't give me a lot of freedom to pick the books. So let's see which color the cover has to be. Green. I don't know how many green books I have. Let me take a look. So the book that I'm picking for green for the M&M color is going to be Daughter of the Forest by Juliette Marillier. This was recommended to me by Mary from Mary Among Stories. This is from my Advent Calendar series that I did last December, in which I asked 12 booktubers to recommend me books, and this is one of the books that I haven't read yet. So this is going on my December TBR, and hopefully it's going to be a cozy read for the holiday time. I honestly don't know much about the plot of this book, but I know it's a fantasy, and from what I'm seeing here, it's about a girl, a woman who was kidnapped, and then she has to use her newfound magic to escape. But also her father and her brothers are lost to her, bewitched by her new stepmother. So it sounds a little bit like a fairy tale-esque vibes in this one, which it is a cool thing to read when it's snowing outside. Let's replace the prompt. This one, A to Z title. I got this very recently as well, I think. The first M&M for the second book is green. The second M&M for the second book is brown. And we got fantasy. Okay, the M&Ms are being very nice to me with this one. Let me see what I want to pick for this. Okay, this wasn't really hard. I picked Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. This is a middle grade fantasy about a girl who finds out her brother is some sort of magical thing. He can do magic, and she goes to this other world, I guess, where she can try out to the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. That sounds very exciting, and everyone's been raving about this book so much, and I'm really excited to get to it. And a middle grade for the holiday time is definitely going to help me get through everything, because also my dad's coming for the holiday, so I'm not gonna have a lot of time to read after he's here, because we're gonna do a lot of stuff, but the middle grade definitely helps with that. Let's replace the prompt. Standalone. First M&M for the third book is orange. The second M&M for the third book is orange again. And we got our first challenge prompt of all time, I think, since I started this TBR. This is not necessarily a really hard prompt, it's verb in title. It's just when I started to look at the books that I don't have a lot of books that have a verb in the title, but it's not necessarily a bad prompt. I'm gonna see what I want to pick for this one. Okay, here's the thing. This was really hard. I have a handful of books that would fit, that definitely has like, this is a verb being used as a verb in the title of this book. But I'm going to cheat a little bit because I want to read other books and I don't want to mess up this TBR from the beginning. So here's where I'm going with this. It's cheating, but it has a sense, it has a logic. I'm going to pick As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the third book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. And I think you know where I'm going with this. Murder is a verb, and we're just going to accept that. And we're going to accept that this book has a verb in the title, or in the title of the series. It has a verb in the cover, so that's what we're going with. And this is one that I'm really excited to read. So I'd rather pick this that has a kind of a verb in the trilogy name and actually read it than just pick something else that I know I'm not going to read. So I hope you'll all allow me to cheat a little bit with this prompt and pick this one because I'm really excited to read it. Let's replace the prompt. This one. Asian author. Okay, let's go to the fourth book now, and just remember that I'm going to pick 6 books for this month and that I'm going to have to read 5 because that's the reward that I picked for myself. So the first M&M for the fourth book is green. The second M&M for the fourth book is blue. Recent purchase. This is really nice. So the M&Ms saw that I'm not going to pick what they really want me to pick, and so they're just being nice and letting me pick whatever I want to pick. So for recent purchase, I'm going to choose Sky Hunter by Mary Lou. This is a YA, maybe a sci-fi, maybe a fantasy. I've heard people say that there are zombies in here, so I'm not sure what's going on. But there seems to be a big creature here on the bottom, and I'm really just bought it because of the cover and the sprayed edges. And apparently, according to the synopsis here, it says that people are trying to escape a fate worse than death, which is transformation into mutant war beasts known as ghosts. This sounds very exciting, very confusing, and just that a lot's going on in this book, and I'm here for it. Let's replace this prompt. Instagram poll. Like I said, my Instagram is in the description, always in all of my videos, so do follow me there because I put polls there sometimes for random stuff. But if the Instagram poll comes up, you're going to have to pick a book for me there. First M&M for the 5th book is yellow. Second M&M for the 5th book is orange. And we got cat pick. This is the best and most time-consuming prompt of the board. So I'm going to choose a few books. I'm going to ask my cats to pick which books they want me to read, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so the first options are going to be between Cytonic. This is replacing Cytonic because I don't have the book yet. Then the Atlas 6 and Iron Widow. Let me get the treats. Okay, let's bring the cat. She just goes straight to the one that's closest to her. There's no doubt in that. Thank you. Okay, the book is a little bit wet now, but she picked The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. There, you can have the other treats. Sure. There you go. Do you want to say hi? Okay, so this is going to be for the other cat. She's looking for treats, but there's none anymore for her. So this still is going to be Cytonic, Iron Widow, and A Lesson in Vengeance. And then between the 2 that each cat picked, I'm going to pick one. Okay, let's see what Julieta is going to pick. If she comes this way, she's just laying on the... Come on. Hey. Ooh. Go ahead, pick a treat. She's not much of a treat cat. She prefers sleeping. There's a treat here, one here, and one here. Pick one. She hates me right now. Go ahead. You have to participate. Okay, there you go. She picked. She didn't eat the treat, but I think we can say she picked that one. That's not fair. You're cheating. And you've had a lot of treats today already. Okay, so technically it would be between these two, but I think it's safe to say that Julieta just didn't like any of the options that I gave her, and Maple liked all of them. But she did pick the Atlas 6 first, so that's what I'm going to go with. This is an adult fantasy in a magic school with competition, and I'm really curious about it. This was a self-published book, but it's going to be published by Tor next year, and I'm really excited to read it before it's traditionally published, so I know if I want to continue the series with the new covers or not. Let's replace the prompt. Second shelf cart. Okay, so I have 5 books already. I'm going to pick the 6th one, and between them, during the month, I'm going to pick the 5 that I want to read. So the first M&M for the final book is red. How Christmassy would it be if the two last M&Ms of the year were red and green? And then I could get new release and pick Cytonic. That would be really Christmassy and really awesome. So let's all hope for that. The second M&M for the final book is green! Oh my god, I swear I didn't shake, but I'm really happy. So we got new release, and like I said, literally 2 days ago from when I'm filming this video, Cytonic was released. That's the 3rd book in the Skyward series by Brandon Sanderson, which is a YA sci-fi about, the first book is about a girl who wants to be a pilot, but she has a hard time achieving her goals because her dad was branded a coward when he was a pilot. And overall, the series so far, I read the first 2 books, and it's just a really amazing cast of characters. Such a huge world and a lot of weird, new, different, cool things they created. Some really awesome, adorable characters that I love so much. So Cytonic is in my TBR. So that concludes the 6 books that I picked for my December TBR. Definitely Cytonic is going to be one of the 5 that I'm going to read, and then between the others, we'll see during the month. If you think my verb and title pick was too much of a cheat, let me know in the comments, and I'm just not going to consider that book. Just kidding, I will consider it anyway, but let me know if you think that I shouldn't cheat on my game. I want to thank again likewise for sponsoring this video. Remember to download the app using my link, which is in the top of the description, and I hope you really can find some cool recommendations of books similar to books that you've already loved. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye!